We got to go live, man, because that's when the best stuff happens. So, yeah, we're back here after a nice little session. We talked about some music and whatnot, but I want to get back onto our some of our history. Some of our history that we shared together, and just things that happened when we grew up and stuff. Um, so before I get into that, though, I'm gonna just kind of piggyback on that last conversation. We're talking about Skid Row and stuff. You talked about the Besides Yourself album, or Beside Ourselves album, and there was a mixture of cover songs and stuff like that. And they did the cover of Little Wing by Jimi Hendrix, which I heard that today. I heard that today too. That was another song I heard today. I haven't heard it. Did you hear that?
Is it a doorbell?
Is that what it was?
Yeah, my doorbell just went off.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like speaker. I mean, I didn't know if it was my sound or
I
something like
just
that.
I just ordered a guitar pedal, and I think Amazon just delivered it.
Seriously? What do you
Yeah, I've been
say?
waiting. It was
Oh,
like 10 stops away earlier, so I was like,
oh, snap. Oh, so is somebody gonna run up and be like, "Dad, we got your
I
pedal,"
don't know. We'll see.
or is it like Julie's gonna be like, "What did you get? What did you buy?"
No, because like I got like some gift cards from Amazon for my birthday, so I
Oh
just
yeah.
buying gear.
Oh,
I
sweet,
got like a
sweet, sweet.
pedal board and
So,
a pedal.
what pedal did you get?
I got a fuzz pedal. It's called the FS 300. It's like a fuzz with well, do you know what the difference between fuzz and overdrive and
Yeah.
distortion?
Yep.
Took me a little while to learn the difference between the three.
Right.
So I had recently gotten myself, actually it's right here. I got you see that? This is an overdrive pedal.
Right.
So I recently just got that. It sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you ever heard of like Rain Wolf and some other bands that are like that style of music. They have like a lot of fuzz with like an octave in it, like an
Right.
octave
Right.
thing in there. And I was like, that's such a cool sound. So like I was trying to find something that could kind of get me there. So
Yeah.
that's this little fuzz pedal is going to do that.
All right. That's cool. That's cool. But the FS, you said FS
Yeah,
3000.
it's by Behringer.
Oh, okay. Okay, dude. Behringer makes some good stuff, man. Um, I used to have a lot of Behringer stuff, and it was like the cheaper alternative to Boss stuff. So it's probably like the same, like almost like the same as like the Boss version of it.
It is. So
Yeah.
I watched. There's like this video channel that I like, YouTube channel that I watch by a guy who makes JHS pedals, like the owner of that company,
Right. Right.
and he always talks about his competitors' pedals, but he never puts them down. Like he's like, if they're good, they're good.
Right.
So he was talking about this fuzz pedal, and he compared it to the Boss,
Right.
and he said it's identical. But the crazy thing is, the Boss pedal was actually a clone of another pedal that came out like in the 70s or something.
Right.
So even though Behringer copied Boss, Boss copied this other pedal, but the original pedal, it goes for
Right.
about $1,000 right now.
Oh wow, that's
So
insane.
basically, Behringer's putting out like this $29 pedal that is
Right.
an exact replica of this $1,000 pedal.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey man, a little technical issue. Again, how do you mess with the backgrounds?
So if you go to your menu on the bottom, see where it has like that microphone and video camera.
Yep.
Click on the video camera.
Okay.
There's like a menu on it.
Oh, choose virtual
Like,
background.
yeah,
All right. Let me
you can
see.
blur it. You can whatever you want. But should I pause the video because this is not very interesting?
No, dude, it's totally interesting because here's the thing, man. A lot of this stuff, like I do, um, really shows my age, and it's just funny because it's like I'm like super like the kids will call me a boomer or something like that.
Yeah, my kid called me a boomer too. I'm like, that's not even historically accurate, and he's like, that makes you a boomer.
Yeah. Oh shoot,
Nice, that's cool.
where'd it go?
I think it's funny how like your side of the screen is black and mine is like bright white.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Yeah, it is a.
It's like,
It's my logo. It's my
wow.
castinged out logo. I thought it would show up in the back, but obviously it's showing in the back. There's saying this is casting out presents.
I think it's because of like you have a black background and a black shirt and all that. I
Yeah.
think that's what it
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
And
So hey, we got to try it out. Now I know exactly where to find it though. So
yeah,
delete. Yes. All right. So I'm gonna go back. So back to Skid Row. We got Skid Row. I don't know, something happened with the lighting or something like that. Like I feel like I'm really blurry and red.
you're not necessarily blurry, but it looks like you're in a dark room.
Yeah, but I'm not though. I just have the black screen behind me, and I got right behind that screen. There's like hope and love and all that kind of crap on the back. You know, real girly
Yeah.
stuff. But Skid Row covered Little Wing, Jimi Hendrix. I remember that song when it first came out, and we heard that, and it was like, wow, this is like a Jimi Hendrix song. Like it was kind of cool to think of a metal band doing like a Hendrix song, you know.
Yeah.
And then I remember we went to, and I have a whole story set up for this. Um, we went to go see my guitar teacher, Mike Risco,
Hmm.
in Mount Kisco,
Yeah.
and I remember his band playing that song, and I remember we were looking for the place to go.
Yeah.
We were like naive, probably like 18-year-old.
Yeah.
You probably had to be 21 to get in, but we're like, okay, if we say we're with Mike, he'll let us in because he's the performer. I remember getting out of like the parking lot looking for this place called the White Horse. Do you
Yeah.
remember that place?
Yeah.
So the White Horse, right? So I remember, and I just thought of this today because that song, it's funny, the song triggered these memories, right? Going to see Mike, just listening to Skid Row, Jimi Hendrix. So you and I walk up, and this guy walks up to us, and we're like, we gotta ask him directions. Want to ask him directions? I don't know if I want to ask him directions. So like, hey man, do you know where the White Horse is? And he literally goes like this. You mean that place right there? And it was a giant sign. It was white with black writing, White
Yeah.
Horse. I'm
It's
like, yep,
yeah, we were
that's
literally
the
standing in front
place.
of it. But you're forgetting the other part. That guy that gave us the directions and just turned around and pointed was a cop. And I think he
Oh,
had just and
that's
I think he
right.
had just pulled you over is what actually happened.
Oh shoot! See, I got pulled over for driving, and I guess they just saw two
Yeah, that
long,
you like this guy's confused or something or drunk or something and then like
right? And
they just saw us like we must have looked so tiny back then. Like we just must have looked so young, you know? And they're like,
God, I forgot about that
yeah,
part,
and
man.
we obviously were not drunk. We were kind of lost and confused.
We were
And then you're
lost.
like, "Do you know where the White Horse is?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then he
Yeah,
did the point.
like that place right there that you're not allowed to get into because you're clearly under 21, but somehow like
Yeah.
yes, dude, I forgot about that. So that takes me to my next story about being young and naive. Um, so yesterday, no, 2 days ago, I took Braden to school, drove him to school, and this was the first time that he ever saw a head-on collision happen right in front of us.
Oh,
So like we were driving to school, clearly the person in front of us didn't see that we were going through the school zone where there's a stoplight and they can go left into the school. So people start bottling up at that point. So either he was not paying attention or it just happened so fast because even me behind, I saw it happen and I was like, okay, I hope I don't get hit from behind. This dude just went hit the brakes, smoked the tires, hit this car in front of us, right? And Braden was a little shocked. He was like, "Holy, I never actually seen that before." He heard the sound, he saw the smoke, he saw the crash. So I was like, then we watched the guy pull off to the side of the road, and then the person that he hit tries to pull off the side of the road, and like cars are still going by, and they're like getting pissed off because this guy's trying to cut out, and I'm like, "Oh, this guy's gonna get hit now." On the way to assess the damage and stuff like that. Luckily, that didn't happen, but he pulled out, and then the guy got out of the car, and I just told him, I said, because he'd never seen that before. I'm like, somebody's day is ruined today.
yeah.
Like if that happened to me, I'm not going to work, which sucks because if something like that happened to me and I caused it, I better go to work because I need to pay for probably
Sure.
some damages that I just incurred, you know? But I remember one time I said, yeah, I said, so like when you get into an accident like that, it kind of sucks and people like, can act really different. Somebody can get pissed off. Oh, you hit my car, and then a gun can come out. I told him about a story when we were in Yorktown. This is the scenario I'd like to set up and talk about our old town away from home,
Yeah.
Yorktown. Do you remember when we got rear-ended by these two girls in my car?
No, please remind me about
Okay,
this.
and it's funny because I explained the story to him. So you and I were going out somewhere. Now, for us, going out at 18 years old or something like that could have been like, hey man, we're going to go to Subway. Because at one time, like we both worked at Subway, we were probably hungry. I don't think we were up to anything bad, but we were just going to go out. We're in my car. We're at a stoplight. We look up, and all of a sudden, a car goes doom and hits us in the back. Nothing crazy. Nothing like no one was hurt. I wasn't, oh my neck. It was just like, and you're like, we just got hit. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? So I'm like, well, we're supposed to get out and like exchange freaking insurance. Okay. We get out of the car and these two freaking chicks get out. In my mind, and I think it's an accurate portrayal, they were kind of hot chicks.
And they were a little bit older, right?
Yeah. So they got out like, oh, sorry, sorry, sorry. My first reaction was obviously it was no harm, no foul, right? Yeah, you guys are good. Yeah, awesome. But they were all sweet, nice, and everything
Yeah.
like that. And I was just thinking, man, I don't even think I looked at if there was damage, at that moment. I think I was just like, I just got rear-ended by these hot chicks. I'm gonna play it cool.
Oh my God. You just, yeah, I totally forgot about that. But you're right. That did happen to us.
I know exactly where we were too. We were actually parked out. We're on. I can't remember road names now, which sucks because we grew up there and we had to go 202 and Route
Yeah.
100. We had to go on all those places. It was the road that is like the main road going into Yorktown, where Carmen Carroza's Carroza
So,
Music Studio
yeah, that
is.
was like, was 35? I think I was,
I don't know. Yeah, there was a 35 there. I don't know if that was 35,
is
but
that where, okay, it was in front of Carmen's, the
it
music
was
shop?
on
Because
that road. Yeah, it was on that
oh,
road.
okay. I was thinking it was actually on the other side by where the gazebo was,
No, I don't think it
but it
was. I
wasn't
don't think
there.
it
It
was.
was, okay.
I'm pretty sure that's. I mean, that's where I picture it. Now, I can't really. This is what. Okay, so I remember that building there because we both taught music lessons at that school. I can't remember what was like to the left. If I think far to the left would have been like the Stop and Shop, right? The like that big, huge ass Stop and Shop
You mean the
that
A&P? The Triangle Theater?
A&P, yeah, Stop and Shop is Rhode Island. Yeah,
Okay.
A&P, where you
Yeah.
worked for
Well,
a
dude,
while.
Maria's Pizza?
Maria's Pizza. Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that was on that road. Okay, so let's talk about Maria's Pizza, man.
Hmm.
Do you remember going there when we were in college and we used to drive there after work? We drove there a
Yeah, I
couple
got
times.
this freaking huge slices.
Oh,
It's
dude.
great.
And it was like I think you got like a big giant slice of pizza and like a freaking soda for like $1.50 or two
Yeah.
dollars
It was
each.
awesome. It was good pizza too. It was no, it was
It, it
good quality.
was. It was Maria's Pizza. Yep. So yeah, so Maria's Pizza was there, and then you had the music school.
Yeah.
Uh, what can you speak about your experience at the Carmen Caruso Music School, which he's no longer with us anymore, but
Yeah.
he was like 100 back then.
Yeah.
No, he was pretty old, but
Yeah.
so what was your experience? What did you learn from that? Seeing as you're a music teacher now and you've been doing it for a long time, you know, like what did
Um,
yeah,
well, I'm appreciative of him for giving me an opportunity to teach when really I had no business being hired by anybody.
yep. I agree. I agree. Okay.
Um, so even though his motives may have not been to be so generous to me and kind to me, I think he was just trying to find cheap labor.
Right.
That's fine. And I kind of like, they say cut your teeth. I kind of cut my teeth there and I learned to be a teacher there.
Right.
Um, and it also gave me the courage to really like go out and really try to start finding my own students and maybe having my
Yes.
own school, kind of put me on that path for sure.
Right. Right. Sure.
Um, him himself, like I mean, I never really had dinner with the guy. I just know him
Yeah.
from just, my interactions at work
Right.
there. To me, he came across as do what you got to do to get the money. Like I don't know how much he really loved his students. Like maybe he did. I didn't feel it though.
Yeah. I remember it was him, and then there was the lady, the old lady that worked there that was like the
Yeah.
receptionist, and
Yeah.
she's the one that would always book all the appointments. I'd come in and
Hmm.
she'd be like, "Oh, you got 5 lessons today or whatever." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Sweet." I do remember the pay being pretty cool for the fact that I could do whatever the heck I wanted to, which again, maybe I had no business teaching kids at that time or teaching people. I mean, I had adults, I had people older than
Oh
me.
yeah, yeah.
Um, like back in the day, I remember I used to advertise to teach age 5 to 55.
Sure.
I changed that as soon as I opened up my Ocala music lessons when I moved up here. It was 5 to 75 because my very first student was 75, and that's
Uh,
with a lot of retirement. But I don't remember which one of us worked there first.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Okay, because our old history used to be I got a job, got
Yeah.
you psyched about it, you'd get a job, and then I'd quit.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
we never worked together. So I do think it was